OMG, Cowboys Nation, stop what you're doing right now because we have breaking, absolutely shocking news coming straight out of Dallas. The Cowboys have just announced an unexpected departure that has left fans speechless, analysts scrambling, and the entire NFL world buzzing with confusion and disbelief. You could literally feel the shockwave ripple through social media the second the announcement dropped, phones lighting up, group chats exploding, fans tweeting in all caps, "What just happened?" This isn't just another routine roster move or a quiet coaching shuffle. This is one of those moments that instantly becomes part of franchise history, one of those moments when you can almost hear the collective gasp from millions of Cowboys fans across the country. So buckle up, because we're going to break down everything that's happening, what it means, and why it's sending Cowboys Nation into total chaos. Now first off, let's just acknowledge how unpredictable this timing is. The Cowboys were supposed to be focused on tightening their lineup, refining their plays, and building momentum for the upcoming stretch of the season. Everyone thought the team was finally finding some rhythm, that the locker room chemistry was stabilizing, that the leadership structure was strong. Then, out of nowhere, boom, this announcement drops like a thunderclap out of a clear Texas sky. And the way it was phrased in the team's official statement: vague, polished, a mutual decision, respect for both sides, looking toward the future, all those polite, PR-approved lines that sound calm on the surface but always hide something explosive underneath. Because let's be real, nothing about this feels mutual. You can feel the tension, the suddenness, the way everyone's scrambling to figure out who knew what and when. Inside the organization, you can bet this hit like a ton of bricks. Some reports suggest even a few key players were caught off guard, finding out about it at the same time as the fans. Imagine that you're at practice, working through drills, and suddenly your phone blows up with alerts saying a major figure in your organization is gone. It's not just a personnel change, it's a shock to the system, the kind of thing that can shake an entire locker room's confidence. When someone who's been a cornerstone of your daily operations, maybe a leader, maybe a mentor, suddenly vanishes from that ecosystem, it doesn't just change plays or positions. It changes energy, it changes tone, it changes belief. You can see the ripple effect already: players posting cryptic messages, emojis, broken heart symbols, or just one word like unbelievable. That's when you know it's real. That's when you know people aren't just reacting to a transaction, they're reacting to a loss. Fans are split between anger and heartbreak. You scroll through Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and it's pure chaos. Some are saying this is another example of front office dysfunction. Others are defending the decision, saying maybe there's more going on behind closed doors. And then there are those who just feel betrayed because every Cowboys fan knows this franchise has had its share of drama over the years, and every time they think the storm has passed, something like this happens again. They've been through surprise cuts, unexpected trades, coaching shakeups, and now this, another chapter in the never-ending Cowboys roller coaster. You can feel the frustration bubbling up. Why can't we have one drama-free season? Why does this always happen to us? That's the emotional pulse of the fanbase right now: confusion, disappointment, and a deep sense that something about the timing doesn't add up. Now let's talk about what could have caused this. Whenever a major figure leaves a team unexpectedly, there are always layers behind the scenes. It's never just one reason. Maybe there was internal tension brewing for weeks, maybe disagreements about direction, about play calling, about how to handle player development or free agency. You can imagine closed-door meetings that got heated, discussions that went in circles, text messages that turned into confrontations. Maybe it was about contracts or money. That's always a possibility in professional sports. Maybe there was frustration about authority, about who gets to make the final call, about whether the Cowboys' future was being shaped the right way. Or maybe, just maybe, the person involved wanted a fresh start, to step away from the pressure cooker that is the Dallas Cowboys organization, with its constant spotlight and sky-high expectations. Because let's face it, being part of the Cowboys is like living under a microscope. Every move is analyzed, every word dissected, every mistake magnified 10 times over. But even if personal reasons played a part, the abruptness still doesn't make sense unless something unexpected forced the timing. Normally, Departures like this are planned, negotiated, discussed in advance so transitions can happen smoothly. This one? It feels spontaneous. It feels like something happened, maybe an argument, a sudden revelation, or a last-minute decision that forced the announcement before anyone was ready. And that's why fans are suspicious. The official tone doesn't match the emotional reality of what's happening. Inside the Cowboys building, this kind of event can create uncertainty from top to bottom. Players start wondering if they're next. Assistants worry about their futures. Even executives start whispering in hallways about who's really running things. Leadership changes can alter everything: the way practice is structured, the way strategies are drawn up, the kind of culture that gets reinforced day to day. If this departure involves someone who was deeply embedded in decision-making or team morale, it's going to take a while to recover. And that's not even talking about the psychological side. When trust breaks down in a sports team, rebuilding it is one of the hardest things to do. For fans, though, the emotional blow is instant. They invest not just their time and money, but their hearts into this team. Cowboys fans are some of the most loyal, most passionate people in all of sports. They ride every win, they feel every loss, and they defend their team no matter what. But moments like this test that loyalty. You can already see debates flaring up online, some calling for accountability, others preaching patience. Some even saying they're done watching until there's stability again. That's how deep these moments cut. The Cowboys aren't just a football team, they're a piece of identity for millions of people across Texas and beyond. When the team stumbles, it's personal. And then there's the question of what happens next. Because as shocking as this departure is, it also opens a door. Who steps in to fill that void? Will the Cowboys promote someone from within, keeping continuity and familiarity? Or will they go for a splashy outside hire, someone with a big name, someone to calm the storm and re-energize the fanbase? Either path comes with risks. Promote from within and you might maintain stability, but you also risk keeping the same problems that led to the departure in the first place. Bring in someone new and you shake things up, but maybe that's exactly what's needed. A new voice, a new philosophy, a fresh perspective that could finally push this team over the edge. Cowboys fans know this team is talented, stacked with potential, but for years, something intangible has been missing. Maybe this shake-up, as painful as it feels now, could be the catalyst for something better. Or maybe, and this is the fear haunting fans, it's a sign that things are unraveling again. So here's my message to every Cowboys fan watching: take a breath, stay tuned, and don't give up hope just yet. This team has been through storms before, and every time, they've found a way to rise again. The road ahead is messy, unpredictable, emotional, but it's also full of opportunity. And I promise you, we'll be right here covering every twist, every rumor, every official update as it happens. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on those notifications because we're diving deep into this story all week long. Drop your thoughts below, tell me how you're feeling about this shocking departure, who you think could step up next, and what you believe this means for the future of America's team. Because one thing's for sure, this is no ordinary day in Dallas. This is the kind of story that changes everything. Stay locked in, Cowboys Nation. The ride isn't over, it's just getting started.